Dear Panditji, I would like to know, is there any particular harm or benefit in learning other spiritual practices, especially getting a Shaktipat initiation? The Sudarshan Kriya always awaken Kundalini energy. It's no good taking other Shaktipats, not necessary, because the very Kriya brings so much energy into your system, completes it. It's different, no? It's good to be in one path, in one energy, in one system. Then it grows in you, develops in one tradition. Respect every other thing, but do one thing, otherwise your practice all gets muddled up, so many things mixed up. Kriya, and then do your meditation, simple meditation that you have been taught, that complements. See, some of the techniques are practices of Shaktipat, some of the practices of Kundalini, they create lot of anger in a person. There are certain techniques which are for recluses only, and there are certain other techniques which are there for people who want to fight, warriors. And there are certain other techniques which are there for calming down. So there are various type of things, and also system, your type of body, all these matters. See? You know, all that I want you to progress fast, very good, and so I am saying what would be best for you. I am not trying to keep you, okay, you should do only Sudarshan Kriya and nothing else. What I am saying is, this is the best for you if you want to be in the world. Okay, if you want to be alone in a forest somewhere else, then you can do something else. If you don't want to be in the society, want to be in a monastery, then I would recommend you something else. And if you don't want to be in the society or want to be a warrior, want to be in the war field, fight, then there are other type of meditation for you. So, if you simply pick up everything and mix, then what happens? It creates lot of confusion in yourself. Do you see that? That is what is very important. Huh? Some of the Shaktipat, okay, you can take Shaktipat, but your energy gets intense and it will get turned into anger. And there are many masters I know, Shaktipat people, and they are very angry all the time about everything. It was essential in some places, because in India when people they become very sattvic and very docile and everybody was all for peace, and when the attack came from outside and people were all so peace loving, said, okay, what do you want to take? You come take whatever you want. So they became so defenseless, completely defenseless. Otherwise, see a country of 800 million people, whatever, 80 million people, whatever that is. Such a big population, 800 million, huh? What is it, 80 million? What do you say, something like that. 800 million, that is the population of India. 800 million people were ruled by just a handful of people from outside. The Arabs came and ruled. Arabs or whatever that is. And then the British rule, it was under British rule for 200 years. So all this happened because people were not in the spirit to fight. After Buddha and Mahavir and their influence, the whole country became so docile. And then when the Islam came to India and there was a threat, then Sikhism started. Sikh religion. And Sikh religion was mainly like a policeman to defend the onslaught of Islam in the Indian tradition. So Sikhism came, Sikhism started with a sword. See, they have this sword with them. It's very beautiful, all the principles. The cream, the essence of Upanishads and teachings are in Sikhism. But Sikhism has one thing that is very timely to have aroused the people to fight, arouse the anger in them. And so they were so filled with such enthusiasm and warriorship, so they fought wars. You know, all the warriors were called, at one time in history, they were called Sikhs. Sikh itself means disciple. So they were all disciple of one master, Guru Nanak, and his tradition. So, and he trained them in such a manner that they are able to, because there was no other means that they could be fought. With a spiritual force and a military force, together he combined them both. So that anger and the challenge and physical strength, all were combined. Martial arts were taught to them. So it's a different technique altogether. And for that one has to eat a lot of food. Some of this technique people do, they go very thin and very lean if they don't eat properly. For that they have to eat really lots and lots of food. Lots of almonds. Lots of almonds when one eats. And then, you know, the digestive fire is so high. And this happens many times in people when they have such experiences, Kundalini, they drink liters and liters of water. They feel so thirsty. All these experiences happen, intense. For this one has to stay in an ashram in the supervision of the Guru for several months at a stretch, 9-10 months. And then they become very strong on this path. So it is not very suitable for the common people. And I see it is not necessary. What you gain from all that is what you gain much easier, much quicker, just doing Kriya. You feel so light and completely uplifted. Just lifts it off. You see that? The light feeling and the effortless meditation you do. Effortlessness of meditation. This takes it there. And there's so much fuss about Kundalini. I tell you, it is so simple.